Hello and welcome to episode 15 of Zero to Hero. Yes, welcome back to episode 15 of Zero to Hero. I'm Wes, and in today's episode we'll be taking on Kings Lynn in the Vanarama National League North and York in the FA Cup final qualifying round. Now, as you can see down here in the left-hand side of the screen, we are top of the league at the moment, and we are playing Kings Lynn in our first game, who are in second place. They do have a game in hand on us, but if we can beat them, that means even if they win their game in hand, we will remain top of the table. So fingers crossed we can get a result against them today. Since you were last with me, there's been a fantastic run of form. Last time you saw us, we played Ashton United. We beat them 3-0 away from home. And since then, we haven't lost a game. We have been struggling at home in the league. Not so much in the FA Cup qualifying rounds. But we have only won 2 games at home in the league. And one of them was against Bishop Stortford on the opening game of the season. But anyway, we beat Stalybridge 4-3 away from home. And I think we were a bit lucky to win that, to be honest with you. It was an 80th minute winner from Marcus Wood. I didn't think we were going to win that. It was so back and forth. We were 2-0 up. We were 1-0 down. We went back up. We went up to 2-1. Went up to 3-1 just before half time. Then they got it back to 3-2 and then 3-3 with an own goal. And then Marcus Wood with a late winner for us to take all 3 points away from home. We then beat Worcester in the FA Cup second qualifying round at home, beat them 5-2. We then followed that up with a 1-1 draw at home to Kettering. We then followed that up with a 4-1 away win at Telford, and again followed that up with an away win in the FA Cup third qualifying round, 4-0 to Hampton and Richmond. 4 goals from Jason Gilchrist in that game. He's back from injury and he came back with a bang there. And then in our last game we beat Boreham Wood at home, only our second home win of the season in the league. We beat Boreham Wood 2-1. Adam Dawson with a stoppage time winner for us in that game. We have had some transfer news. I said in the last episode we were looking at bringing in a new striker, and we've brought in Chris Speed. We've gone back to Barrow for another one of the old faces that we brought in at Barrow just to see if he was any good for us here. 22-year-old English striker, 2-star current ability, 3-star potential. He's never going to be first choice for us, but he has come in and he has scored 2 goals in 3 appearances with 1 assist, and his average rating's fantastic. If he can continue that sort of form coming off the bench, I mean, his appearances have come off the bench for us. 3 in the league and 2 in the cup. He's scored 2 league goals and 1 assist and 1 player of the match. We also did promote one of our youth players into the first team. If I can find him, where is he? Nigel Jones. Right, he came up from the youth team. He's only 16 years old, Welsh player. He's a striker. He hasn't even got a single star of proper stars in his current ability. He's got 3.5 grade stars and a potential ability of 2. But he has a fantastic finishing statistic of 14. He came in the next game after the Ashton United game and he scored 2 goals for us. He also managed to score a goal in one of the FA Cup qualifying rounds as well. He got 2 goals and an assist in his debut, and that was great. That was in the 4-3 win against Stalybridge. He scored the first 2 goals, and I thought, he's going to be the answer to the striker problem, but I didn't want to put all of that on him straight away at his young age. That's why we brought in Chris Speed. We will continue to play Nigel Jones every now and again. He'll probably get onto the bench every now and again, but now Gilchrist is back to full fitness. We have our best strike partnership back, and we need it really for this game, this first game of the episode where we're going to be playing Kings Lynn. So we're going to go into the starting 11, and it's a very standard starting 11 for us, trying not to disrupt it too much by rotating, only rotating when I need to, but we wanted our strongest 11 out for this match against Kings Lynn. So we've gone with Brook in goal. He's now preferred to Richards. Richards has been a bit hit and miss in the last few games, and I've been playing Brook in the FA Cup qualifying rounds, and he has played better. We played him in our last home game against Boreham Wood, where we actually won. So I'm keeping him in to see if he plays better than Richards in the league. If he does, then Brook will be our number one and Richards will be our backup, even though the coaches say that Richards is better than him. I just think he's a better shot stopper than Richards. Richards has been making a few mistakes. So yeah, we've gone Brook in goal, back four of Walford, Sharon, Dean and Edwards, a midfield of Pozo and Wood, Blackford and Dawson on the wings. Dawson preferred to Lewis Knight because Lewis Knight hasn't played very well the last few games, and Dawson was complaining about having first team football, and he has come in and he started playing well for us, so he is preferred to Lewis Knight. And up front we have Robles and Gilchrist. On the bench we have Kay, Birch, Finney, Knight and Speed. Playing on an attacking mentality, structured team shape with retain possession, shorter passing, exploit the flanks, be more disciplined and higher tempo. Our usual tactic, and it is still working for us at the moment. Hopefully we can beat Kings Lynn and consolidate that top position, because as most of you will know, the only automatic promotion place in this league is to win it, so we want to try and win the league. I don't like going through the playoffs because they're so unpredictable. All you need is one bad game and you're out of the playoffs, and that's it for another season. So winning the league is the best way to go up. Gilchrist with an early chance there at the near post. I don't know whether it hit the post or whether it was a save from their keeper. But like I said, we need to win this game against Kings Lynn just to consolidate that top position, because even with the game in hand, they won't be able to go back up to the top. With a draw, it's still possible. But as long as we can stay in touching distance of that first place position, then we stand a fantastic chance of trying to win the league this year. I didn't expect it at the start of the season. The way we played last season, I didn't think we was going to have any sort of chance. I am aware we've just gone 1-0 down. But I've noticed that we tend to concede early goals and then we start scoring towards the end of the first half and the beginning of the second half. So I'm not overly bothered about that. We have got more of the possession. We have only had one shot. They've only had two, but both of their shots have been on target. Edwards with the ball to Pozo, to Dawson, to Marcus Wood. Plays it through to Robles, and there's the equaliser. 13 minutes in. And some good play, good passing play from Pozo there, and Dawson held the ball up for Wood. Good through ball from Wood, and an excellent finish from Robles there. Close in. Their keeper didn't even move. Robles is still weighing in with quite a few goals this season. We're defending a free kick and it's just gone over. Yeah, like I said, Robles still weighing in with the goals this season. He's been fantastic for us. He's played near enough every single game that he's been fit. He doesn't always finish the matches, but he always starts if he's fit. Gilchrist running through on goal, and he's just put that ever so slightly wide. I couldn't believe it when Gilchrist came back in for that FA Cup qualifying game and scored 4 goals. I thought with him being injured for so long, he would struggle to come back and find the net. But he proved me wrong completely, and from the looks of it, Blackford is injured, which isn't what we wanted. He's been fantastic for us this season. I hope it's not a long-term injury. Let's have a look, potential foot injury. Hopefully he hasn't broken his foot, because otherwise that could see him out for most of the season. We do have McNeil in the reserves at the moment, where he will come straight in for Blackford if it is a long-term injury, and we've been playing him in the odd game just to keep his fitness up and to keep his manager happy at his parent club, and he hasn't disappointed. So hopefully, I'm hoping Blackford's not out for too long, but even if he is, we've still got backup for him in that position. We've gone in at half-time at 1-1. I'm not too bothered about that. I mean, a draw would be a good result, but I'm hoping to get that win. Like I said, we do tend to score most of our goals in the second half. Walford not having a good game. He's been a bit hit and miss last few games. We did drop him for the FA Cup qualifying game, and we brought in one of the youngsters to play, and they played really well, but I don't fancy them in the league. Pozo to Robles to Knight, back to Pozo to Gilchrist, who loses out. And now Kings Lynn are going to break on us. Hopefully we can defend, but they're through on goal. It was a good save from Brooke. And I think I'm justified there in picking Brooke, because I think Richards would have struggled to save that. From the looks of it, Dawson's taken a knock. His conditioning isn't great. Looks like pulled knee ligaments. That's all we need. We've got Knight. We had Knight on the bench, but we don't have two wingers on the bench. I don't mind just having Knight on the bench because he can play both sides. But if he's going to be playing and McNeil's going to be playing because both wingers are injured, we have no backups. I mean, I know Robles can play on the wing, but not very well, and I don't really want to push him out onto the wing when he's scoring as much as he is. But I don't think I'm going to have much of a choice. I think we're going to have to bring Lewis Knight over to the right-hand side, drop Robles back onto the left wing, and then bring on Chris Speed in place of Dawson, because I don't want to aggravate an injury and have him out for too long. Walford's still not playing very well, but we don't have a left back on the bench. We'll leave it there for now. Just make the one change, leave another last substitution just in case we do get any more injuries. But you're going to get a look at Chris Speed. You never got to see him at Barrow. Like I said, he's played a couple of games, scored a couple of goals for us. We got him on a free transfer as well, so he seems like a bargain at the moment. Even if he doesn't score again, those couple of goals that he's contributed were well worth just bringing him in for that, because we're not paying him a great deal. Edwards is knackered, so we're going to bring on Arlen Birch for him. I know it's not a very attacking change, but in fact what we're going to do is we're going to have a quick change on the team instructions. We're going to pump the ball into the box. We're going to go more direct, more expressive, and we're going to go on to flexible team shape. And sod it, we'll go on overload for the 3 minutes of stoppage time, just see if we can grab a winner. But it looks like we're not going to get anything after I've made those changes, and that's it. We've drawn 1-1, once again struggling at home, but again another goal from Robles. Hopefully Blackford won't be out injured for too long, and hopefully Dawson's injury isn't too bad either. So next we face York in the FA Cup fourth qualifying round. Another interesting match up against my former side. This will be the second time we've played them since I was sacked. Let's have a look at Blackford's injury. He's out for 3 to 4 weeks, which isn't too bad. Dawson out for 2 to 3 weeks. So not as bad as I was expecting, but it's still injuries that I could have done without. But we have the backups, so we'll come back to you when we're ready for the FA Cup qualifying game. Yeah, so here we are ready for the next match against York in the FA Cup fourth qualifying round. If we win this match, we are in the first round proper of the FA Cup. A few changes, obviously Blackford and Dawson are out injured, so McNeil and Knight come in for them. Other than that, it's a completely unchanged side. Brooke in goal, Walford, Sharon, Dean, Edwards at the back, Pozo and Wood in centre of midfield, McNeil and Knight on the wings, and Gilchrist and Robles up front. We've gone with Richards on the bench, Birch, Finney, Withy, Speed, Jones and Kay. Same attacking mentality, same structured team shape and the same team instructions. We are actually favourites for this game. Even though York are in a higher division, they must have been playing badly in the Vanarama National League for us to be considered favourites. We are in good form at the moment because we are unbeaten in, I think, our last 7 games in all competitions. So we should be favourites for this, and we're going to attack from the off. We are playing at home, and we have struggled at home so far this season, but only in the league. We have played really well at home in the cup games, but I'm hoping we can get a different result to what we did last time we played York towards the end of last season. They were running away with the league at that point. They were in really bad form. They were in really good form. We were in really bad form. And now the form has reversed and we are the ones in good form. Knight plays the ball forward to Robles but can't find it. But Gilchrist comes away with the ball, forces a save out of the York keeper. Walford with the corner, can't find anybody, but McNeil heads it back in, finds Wood, who loses out. It's a good sign. We're getting those attacking chances. Pozo with a shot from outside the box, and he's put us 1-0 up. 16 minutes in, and that's his first ever goal for the club. A throw-in from Edwards, and Pozo just thumped it. That was a fantastic goal. And once again, we're ahead in a cup game at home, and we're beating my old side, which it has a little bit of satisfaction about it, because I wasn't happy about how little time I was given at York. I feel like I could have done better. If I'd have been given to the rest of the season, or even 2 seasons, I could have got them into the position they're in now, at the very least. I don't know exactly where they are in the National League, but I'm guessing they're not pulling up any trees at the moment. And if we can stick with this and keep this 1-goal lead, then I'll be happy. One of their defenders has taken a knock, and I've noticed they've got Edmondson on the bench who's carrying an injury as well. He scored one of the goals against us in the last game we played against York, so I'm hoping they keep him on the bench, because I know how good he can be. We're defending now though, and a good save from Brook. Just on the stroke of half time, we're into stoppage time at the end of the first half now. Pozo with the ball to McNeil, plays it up to Robles. Can he square it? He doesn't need to, because he's just put it in the back of the net and puts 2-0 up. 45 minutes into the first minute of stoppage time. A good ball up. Pozo won the header to McNeil, and it was a good ball. Robles just stepping over that challenge from their defender and calmly placing the ball into the back of the net, beating the keeper at his near post. And that's 2-0, and we're not looking like we're going to lose this game. But we're only at half time. We're 2-0 up. I'm going to keep us on attacking, because why not? We've managed to get this far by staying on attacking all the time. It's only when I change the tactic that we struggle. And we've just won a corner from the kickoff in the second half. We could go 3-0 up here, but we can't find anybody from Walford's corner, and Edwards just gathers up the loose ball. Dean with a free kick forward to Robles. Can he square it? He can. He finds Knight, but he's just blazed it over the bar. He has scored from those sorts of positions earlier in the season, but still we're getting those chances, and we're going toe to toe with York, and we're looking good doing it. Free kick on the edge of the area. Pozo with a shot. I think Dean was it who put it in the back of the net, but he's offside, so it's been disallowed. That's a shame. Well worked goal there until it was given for offside. Brook with the goal kick, plays it up to Knight, can't find him, and we're going to be defending now. Ball through and over the bar from York. We're playing well. Only Gilchrist really not having the best of games, which I've not seen him in any of the highlights even touch the ball, so the ratings showing the right things at the minute. 71 minutes in. We're going to make some changes, and I think Gilchrist is going to come off. And we'll bring Nigel Jones on just to give you a look at him. But we're going to swap him round with Robles, have Robles play as the deeper lying forward, and have Jones play as an advanced forward on attack. See if he can grab a goal. He has played as a defensive forward usually for us, but Robles has already got a goal. Let's see if Jones can grab one. Just to give you a look at him. 78 minutes in, still nothing. We're going to have another substitution, I think. I'm going to bring Marcus Wood off and bring George Withy on for his first appearance this season. and I'm going to bring Kay on for Sharon, give him a run out. With he not playing many games this season because Wood and Pozo have been in fantastic form, and Finney and Withy not really getting the chances. Finney is better than Withy, so Finney always makes it onto the bench. And with us only having a 5-man bench in the league, we do struggle to find places for everybody. And we've gone in at full time 2-0. We've won that. We're in the first round of the FA Cup proper for the first time in this series, and that was the minimum expectation from the board for the FA Cup. So we've done what the board wanted. Let's just see how far we can go in this FA Cup, and this is only going to be good for my profile as a manager if I can take a non-league side up into the first round, and maybe even if we can get as far as the first round and get a big game against the likes of Man United, Man City, Chelsea, that sort of thing, then it'll give me a chance to show what I can do on a bigger stage. Well, that's the end of this episode. If you like that, please give us a big thumbs up. Please subscribe for more Football Manager 18 content, and thank you very much for watching.